Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. It's your boy Papa Dom. We're back. It's episode 172. The quarantine continues. We are back live and direct. We know you need it. We're here driving ourselves crazy. Cabin fever is just coming out the ass. You know, we are just literally, we're feeling it just as much as you are, but we are here for you. We're doing this remotely just like we always do. No risk of any sort of spreading. We are always social distancing when we record the show. But, that doesn't mean that I'm still not close to my two dear hosts. My first host, you might find him on Tuesdays, or even more probably now because we're literally can't go outside. Streaming right here on Booze Days with Dr. Bob, or you can catch him predicting major industry moves before the movers even think about making the moves. The Deacon of Decline Bench, the Pope of Premonitions, Dr. Bob, how are you?
Did you just keep adding like an extra sentence on at the end every time?
Yeah.
That was good. The Deacon of Decline, the Pope of Premonitions. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good. I've had, as you know, quarantine continues. I am working from home currently, so I was hoping to get a chance to play more video games and stream more. However, I have gotten fucked this week with working from home. So I haven't been able to do anything. I've been working until fucking 7 p.m. every single night. It stinks. But I'm waking up 2 hours later. Fuck it, whatever. I'll figure it out.
True.
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
The only time I left my house this week was to go to Dunkin' Donuts yesterday, and that's it. I don't want to leave my house.
Yeah, I feel
even though I have to. I'm gonna have to because I have to be on coverage in 2 weeks. Not this upcoming Monday, but the Monday afterwards. So I'm gonna have to be in the hospital in 2 weeks. So I am really looking forward to that.
True. And of course, my other co-host, we are going to be very soon, in just a few short hours, going to be drinking some beers and going fishing on a tropical island together. But when we're not doing that, he's keeping you up to date on all the esports and gaming news that you care about. This man strikes fear into gaming desks everywhere. Chris P., how are you?
I'm doing great, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little bored. This is probably the most human interaction I've gotten in the past week.
Literally.
It kind of feels nice. Like I spend my day looking at my phone going Twitter, email, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Twitter, Instagram, email, Facebook,
all day.
Discord, all day. I don't even want to look at the time that I've been on my phone because it's been sickening. I can only imagine. But it's good to be back. Happy to be here for episode 172. It's your boy, Chris P., the tallest. And the lankiest, and a little bored, and the most bored,
and the most bored,
and the most bored. Yeah.
But we'll get right into it. We got a whole lot of ground to cover, so let's just get right into that weekend recap.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So,
nothing. All of us, nothing.
Just like the old "Who do you want to shout out?" segments of old. We'll just Chris, nothing. But nothing. Like we are just nothing. I'll kick it off because God knows, there's been a lot of ground to cover. Saturday was probably the last day that I remember existing. That this whole the big quarantine thing hadn't really come down yet. It was still make sure you're being careful. Nothing had really broken out in Massachusetts yet. Wyoming yet. I don't think. And Jay, thank you for the sub. So Saturday, it was a friend of the program, friend in real life, Johnny Rootbeer's surprise 30th birthday party. We actually went to this golf simulator, which was kind of cool. I'm not a huge golf guy. I'm just now getting into it. So that was really great. And that was literally my last day being a sociable human being, because Friday, my 9 to 5 said it's forced work from home, or Thursday actually. So Thursday and Friday I worked from home. Saturday, we went out briefly. We were very careful. We kind of cut the night short just because, we have friends with kids and, we wanted to just make sure we were indoors. Sunday night, we made some wings and just kind of chilled at home. We watched Knives Out, which was a spectacular motion picture. Really, really, really happy with that movie. That was just really good. It was everything it was cracked up to be, really. And the kind of the quarantine began. So we kind of sat, Lauren and I were sitting there like twiddling our thumbs, being like, what the fuck are we going to do for the next God knows how many weeks? I mean, but I have been catching up on a lot of backlog. I am on my second playthrough of Doom 2016. I'm on like the last 2 missions. I'm on like the second to last mission right now, I think, on Switch, which still holds up. Honestly, I'm still discovering new like glory kills and stuff like that, and new secrets in the game. And I'm on like the second to last chapter, which you just don't see. I played a little bit of Warzone. I fucking stink. And I'm actually in the last act of Gears 5, which I still haven't finished. Which I'm trying to finish up right now, which is really, really good. So I finished my Pokedex and Pokemon Shield. I hit the Master Ball tier and like the Battle Tower, which is like the end game kind of like PvE stuff, which is supposed to be like the really, really hard battles. So I did all that, and I've like cleared the way so I can just really enjoy Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing New Horizons for the week on this new horizon of this new week, this new weekend coming up. And I've drank a ton of beer. I have drank a lot in the last week. Lauren like doesn't really drink beer unless she's already shit faced, and then she'll be like, "Can I have a sip of your beer?" Like, because I guess it's just refreshing, and I agree. But we have put down a lot of beer in this house. Like, I feel bad for our recycling guy tomorrow. I hope he's been lifting, because that glass bin is, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Chris, how about yourself?
My weekend was boring for the most part. I ended up at a bar. I'm not proud of it. Probably wasn't my smartest idea to do, but I went to go grab lunch because I knew things were going to get a lot worse with this whole thing. I was like, all right, let me treat myself to one last lunch. One lunch and one beer turned into lunch, 5 beers, an old-fashioned, an espresso martini, and 2 Mexican mules, which I had no idea was even a thing. But let me tell you, boys, game changer. I mean, you could already, like, say what it is. It's a Moscow Mule without the vodka. It's tequila. My Lord, with those bad boys hitting. And I enjoyed myself there. But after there, I knew that it was going to be time for me to kind of relax a little bit. I went food shopping, which is the first of the kind. I didn't even go food shopping. I bought cold cuts. All right. Full disclosure, I only bought cold cuts. And then they're probably already going back because I'm barely touching them. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Warzone. Still don't have a win yet, but I'm still playing, which goes to show you how much I like it, because as you guys know, I don't have much patience. But I'm continuing to play it with a couple of the guys. It's been super fun. One of my buddies who haven't owned a console in literally over a decade just bought an Xbox with this whole thing going on. And then I got a call from my little sister today. What a fucking trick she played on. She called me. She goes, "Chris, look how cute this Nintendo Switch is." I was like, "Oh, wow, that's awesome." It was like the yellow Switch Lite. I was like, "Oh, wow, that's awesome." She goes, "Doesn't Animal Crossing come out tomorrow?" I go, "Yeah, it does." She goes, "Wow, I would love to play that. Are you going to buy it?" I was like, "Yeah, I definitely am." She goes, "Man, I would love to have my own Nintendo Switch." I was like, "Buy it. How much is it?" She goes, "Oh, it's $200. I was like, "Oh, that's like, that's fine. I mean, you're going to play that for a while. Just get it." She goes, "But I only have 100. I was like, all right, like I was like, I'll give you $100 for it. Like, that's
podcast.
Okay, I'm gonna buy
it.
Yeah, and then she bought it. She called me after. She was like, yeah, so can you just like send me some? So she played me. Long story short, but now she owns a Nintendo Switch, which I'm very. So her and I were gonna be visiting each other's island. My island's gonna be called Pen Island. I've already decided. Penis Land. I mean, if you do it out, for the. But other than that. It's going to be another long week of staying in, but it is what it is. Nothing we could do. Bob, how was your weekend, pal?
Kind of hectic. So last minute on Friday, my boss and my managers pulled everybody into a meeting at like 2 p.m. It was like, hey, guess what? Everyone has to work from home starting immediately. So whenever you leave today, set up all your work from home shit, and that's what I did all weekend. Like, I played some video games, played a lot of Counter-Strike. I even played some Warzone, which I don't know how I feel about it. I want to like it so badly because I feel like it plays well. The movement is good. But I have a gut feeling that the tick rate is sub 20 because I get shot and killed around corners all the time, and I think it's due to the crossplay.
I have a bone to pick with you. really quickly, I have a bone pick with you. After you install the game, you were streaming it. You're like, oh, I'm going to play Warzone. And then you posted me like, oh, immediate uninstall. I'm going to play Diabolical. You put that out there like you hated the game. It just didn't on your computer. Like it just opened.
No, it didn't work. I had to uninstall it and reinstall it.
Yeah, but the way you put it out there made it seem like it wasn't a good game. You didn't like it. I took that to heart. I didn't like it.
And I'll tell you why. It's because it's poorly optimized. That's why. It's horribly optimized overall.
I mean, I disagree. I think it plays very, very well. I think it's a very well done.
Okay.
So
here's my argument to this. The servers don't run properly.
Okay,
only half of the time. Okay. Only half of the time you're in a game where even if you set your ping rating to under 58, you still get placed with people in crossplay and their ping is always higher. So there's that. The server stability doesn't maintain in your own game. Like when I was playing with Bub, Matty D, and Tone and all of them, we would get games where our lag would just spike to 300 out of nowhere in the middle of the fight. There's no server stability.
That's not good. Now, the service, it's been shit.
You keep cutting out. I can't hear anything you're saying.
Said it has gotten better. I said.
That wasn't just me because I was like, "What is going on over here?" Because I'm seeing all green bars on my side, and Chris was sounding like fucking Android 16.
So I had to immediately uninstall it day one because when I was trying to reset my settings, the game crashed and it locked me out. It took fucking 3 hours to download. I had to uninstall it, reinstall it, took another 3 hours to download. So outside of the fact that the servers on the game are fucking trash, the tick rate's super low, the way the game plays, it's like PUBG version 2. It's like Apex and PUBG had a child, and that's what you're playing. The movement and like the gunplay is similar to like Call of Duty and Apex, but the way everybody plays it is exactly like PUBG. Like there's just people sitting on top of roofs. If you get a helicopter, you win the game. It's that simple. Like it's fucking ridiculous. And the griefing is the worst part. Anyway, I want to enjoy the game. I'm probably going to keep giving it a couple more tries. I don't think it's going to last very long for me. And a lot of people I've been playing with. People are getting super burnt out by it. It's a very frustrating game.
I agree with that.
Outside of that, I've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike, and that's kind of it. I've been super busy all week, and I want to finish Resident Evil already, and I'm probably going to buy Doom Eternal tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. I have to beat fucking Resident Evil first before I do anything. And I also have 16 other fucking games I need to. I don't know. Either way, I fucking didn't do much this weekend, just played video and set up shit for work.
True. So... I mean, I'm so glad to hear that you guys are, in varying states of sanity. You know, it's been a fucking just an absolutely absurd time to be existing in right now. We did get some really good, some good-ish news over the weekend though. Sony had a pretty confusing press conference where it was like an hour of unintelligible, like tough to understand gobbledygook, and then they released a spec sheet that I haven't really gone over with a fine-tooth comb, nor do I really understand all of it, but it seems like it's markedly worse than the Xbox Series X from what I've been told. So Chris and Bob, you guys are you're my specs guys. Do you want to speak on that a little bit and kind of talk about like kind of where we're at in terms of these two consoles coming up?
Yeah, so the event as a whole, it was like you said, it was very weird, right? All I know is Mark Kearney should start doing ASMR videos because that guy has a buttery smooth voice, and that was an absolute snooze fest. It was so difficult for me to watch that. Granted, I watched like 45 minutes and then I had to run. The big points that they were really trying to get across was that games were going to boot in a second or a second tops or whatever it was, less than a second. There was going to be no load screens. Developers were going to be able to design games with freedom and design with freedom. There was going to be no more patch installs, which I like. That's good. And then more game. So the games are going to run off the SSD. So there's going to be more game on disk on SSD, really. So long story short, it's going to be fast. As for the specs of the whole thing, like the fine comb nitty gritty specs, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am out of touch with these teraflops and these fucking IO throughout and all this stuff. But if you compare side by side PS5 to Xbox, they all have their pros and cons. It looks like the PS5 is going to have more memory, 16 gigs compared to Xbox Series X, 10 gigs. I legitimately don't know. I don't really care too much anymore.
The memory is the same. It's the bandwidth, which is similar to the SSD shit. Similar to the loads, the boot ups.
Whatever. I was all on Twitter during the whole thing, and I'm kind of on the part now where I'll play on a calculator if I enjoy the games that I'm able to get for it. I don't really care anymore. I don't care anymore about how advanced all these specs get. There's only so advanced you can get, and I thoroughly do not care how like crazy or if it takes less than a second to load. I have a little patience when it comes to that. I can wait 5 seconds for a game to load. I'm going to be completely fine. But prior to that, Xbox put out a video of like the old the Xbox One. I forget which model, but compared to the Xbox Series X, like the load time, it had to be a doctored video because the Xbox Series X was like up and playing, and it literally took like a minute and a half for the other model to. It might have been a doctored video. I don't care about consoles. I get why people do, but I'm so far removed from all these specs and this hardware that's out there now. I don't even know. I'm going to play a game strictly for the games that I would like to see on it. Right now, I feel like PS5 has that upper hand on exclusives. So that's why I'm seeing a bunch of people kind of go goo goo gaga about that. But the video conference was very difficult to watch. That's all I know.
So I pulled up the specs right here. The biggest difference between the two is the Xbox is going to be more powerful and the PlayStation 5 is going to run faster. That's basically it. They have the same CPU. They basically have the same CPU. The Xbox has a better graphics output. The RDNA 2 is essentially like a 2080. So remember that guy on YouTube that was like, hey, it's going to be more powerful than most PCs out there? He was actually kind of right.
Shh, don't tell him that.
Well, he's kind of right. The GPU that they have in this is more powerful than the graphics card I have in my PC. And mine's like a low mid-range PC. Yeah, I mean, really the only difference between the two when it comes to specs is the fact that the PlayStation 2 is going to run faster, but the Xbox is going to run harder. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just more, you're going to get more out of an Xbox. If you're fine sitting there waiting for a 5-second load screen, you're going to get more out of the Xbox.
Which I feel like everyone should be okay with that. I mean,
but still, like you were saying, PlayStation comes with the exclusives that Xbox just completely missed in the last generation. So that's huge. And then port-wise, the Xbox has an advantage. Like the PlayStation 5 just has a USB and NVMe slot. Port-wise, the Xbox you could do a bunch of shit with. So it's almost like it's taking on a halfway PC build at that point.
Yeah, what I got like porting wise from the PS5 too is they're only saying like PS4 right now because they were built on a similar infrastructure.
When I'm saying ports, I mean the literal physical ports.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you were talking about I'm talking about like backwards.
Yeah, I was gonna say that backwards compatibility. It's only PlayStation 4, which is fucking ridiculous. Yeah. That when I read that, I was like, okay, you're going to tell people you're going into the next generation of consoles with backwards compatibility in mind when you're only allowing 100 PlayStation 4 games at launch, and then you might not be supporting PlayStation 3 and 2. That's a big no for me.
I love the gray area they get into. Like they make this big thing. So obviously this whole event that was going on, the road to PS5, wasn't the most extravagant, wasn't the most entertaining thing in the world. But like the way they tiptoe around things, it's so funny. It was like, the games from pretty much all games from PlayStation 4 are going to be able to be run. That's such a gray area where like pretty much all it could be fucking 5. Pretty much all of them. It could be 5. Do you guys think console wars is still a thing?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't get why.
I mean yeah.
Like, people are diehards for
it's just because of Lord King from the Iron Lords podcast. He's single-handedly keeping it alive.
Yeah, he might.
He's got his hand on the nuclear launch codes at all times, and he is ready to just, dude. Wait, I don't know if you guys actually saw this. I wish I could like pull this video up and just have it play for all of us at the same time. But like,
was it where he was just staring at his phone?
he just stared at his phone. Yeah. It was just literally just like the ha video, like right after he was like, "Where y'all at?" I was fucking dying, man. He's been in the trenches for weeks, going at it. I mean, yeah, the console war still exists because, and I mean, in the last like I think, wait, somebody said the stream died? No, the stream didn't die. We're up. What? No, stream's up.
Now I'm confused.
Yeah, no, Brian, don't fucking scare me like that. Yeah, I'm seeing all green here.
Well, like what console was?
Anyway,
I love stirring.
Yeah.
I love stirring the pot. Don't get me wrong. Like I love posting a tweet out there that gets people going at each other's necks. Me, I could give a shit less. But like it still exists, which is so stupid. It's 2020. Console war should be a thing. Play what you like. That's the big motto to me now. Do what you like, play what you like. Who gives a fuck what anyone else says about it? And until we get to that point, people are still gonna go tooth and nail arguing about which console is better. It's like Backstreet Boys versus NSYNC. You can only pick one side. It's the Red Sox and Yankees. You can't like both. But it's kind of the way it goes.
All right, so here's my thoughts on this. For people who want to play exclusive games faster, like the best exclusive games out, you're getting a PlayStation 5. And it's that simple. You're getting the best exclusives. You're going to be running them faster. For people that are like really into the highest end console gaming experience, it's going to be the Xbox. But the caveat here is it doesn't matter because you could still get over 120 frames on PC and you can't do that on console.
Winner, chicken dinner.
It doesn't. I don't care what the fuck is going on in any of these consoles. If you're capped at 90 or 100 frames in a game, there's no fucking reason to play competitive.
Could it be me?
Fucking nerds. You're not cranking over 240 on cash on Counter-Strike Global Offensive? What, are you kidding me?
Jesus Christ.
See us go. A fucking
is
20-year-old
like,
game.
I mean, as much as I feel like there has been there's been an insane surge in like the popularity and accessibility and like widespread adoption of PC gaming just because of like the advent of like streaming and stuff like that. I mean, there's more PC, either that or it's just more visible than ever before. But yeah, I mean, the console stuff still exists. I mean, for me, I love having a console in my living room, and I will always want to have one in there. I'm gonna get an Xbox Series X. And I'm gonna play Halo on my couch just like I always have. I still love my Switch. I mean, that's probably the best, but still my fucking favorite possession that I own. I mean, the console wars themselves, I feel like the people who are really, really entrenched in the wars and like really actually care, like
they don't really care.
They don't really care. I don't really think they care. Because it's like if you really cared about tech specs and stuff like that, you'd buy a PC, wouldn't you? I don't really care. That's why I have a little stock model, fucking launch model Xbox One in my living room entertainment center right now.
Yeah, it runs off of fire. You have to light a log.
Off Christmas spirit. I have fucking the old hamsters that used to run Bob's Wi-Fi. I have them running my Xbox One now.
Yo, you want to ask something about Christmas spirit? This weekend, Hallmark is running their Christmas movies.
Get out of here.
I swear on my life.
You want to? No, I was gonna say you want to come over. We'll FaceTime.
Yeah, I'll put my bubble on. I'll come by.
Oh my god. All right, so the quarantine continues. We're basically just at this point like just grasping at straws for news and trying to like find things to talk about. One thing that came up in the news like probably only a couple hours ago was that GameStop allegedly released a company-wide memo that leaked to a couple of news outlets that they told their employees to stay open even if state lockdowns said that they were that it's only essential employees. Essential employees being like the people that are keeping other people alive, basically, right? So in the event of state lockdowns, GameStop considers that its employees are essential retail alongside groceries and pharmacies and should therefore be exempt from quarantine laws. Apparently, this is a quote from the memo that said, quote, "Due to the products we carry that enable and enhance our customers' experience in working from home, we believe GameStop is classified as essential retail and therefore is able to remain open during this time." So,
I mean, the fucked up thing too is like not too long ago, it might have been like 2 days ago actually, there was something that came out that said that GameStop higher ups were telling employees to go out and buy their own sanitation products to keep themselves safe and like clean the stores and stuff. They're not even offering that to the employees that are working, but they're forced to work there. Not for nothing, a lot of balls from a dying company. A lot of balls, because
they're making a comeback.
They're not making a fucking.
Yeah,
No,
they are.
They're not making. Yeah, because they got Reggie now.
Hold on. I'm fully on board with fuck GameStop. There's no reason for them to exist anymore, but they're coming back.
They're not coming back. Why would you ever think they're coming back? What are they doing?
Guess what? Tinfoil cap.
If it's about GameStop coming back, I'm hesitant to put it on.
Put the fucking cap on, okay?
I found it.
Shut up and put the fucking cap on, Chris.
It's on. You don't
All
see
right,
it.
buckle your fucking chin strap now too.
I don't have a chin strap. What was fucking 2010 chin strap?
All right, Reggie going on board, right? Small biceps Reggie going on board to spearhead the revival of GameStop, right? We have in the news all of these things. Oh, GameStop's trying to be more gamer friendly now. It's more like a gaming cafe, a lounge, if you would. They're going to turn it around. They might start closing out stores, in hyper condensed areas, because like in our area in Wisconsin, there's basically a GameStop every second city from us.
Mm-hmm.
Close 3 of those, make 2 or 3 of them high class, high tier, and then you bring all of that traffic into those. Okay, I'm saying it now. I could care less if GameStop survives or not. I think it's kind of a foundation in gaming history because you need like a brick and mortar retail store. I'm also for like mom and pop shops, like the ones in Winthrop and Salem and whatnot. But they're gonna make a comeback at some point. So undo your fucking chin strap, take your fucking tinfoil cap off.
No, I completely agree with Bob on this one because we talked about this on a previous. Oh my god, take a deep breath for a second, will you? First of all, like before I even get into this, this is how you know Bob is the fucking ultimate heel in the history of fucking video game podcasts because we go fuck GameStop and Bob's like, no, hear me out. But
yeah, idiot.
No, but
you guys are fucking stupid.
I said this. No, but I said this on another episode of the show. I said that GameStop is gonna. This was a tinfoil hat from me. I said that GameStop is gonna rebrand, and they're gonna just be video game cafes. They're gonna be lounges. It's just gonna be like an Apple store where they have like the little it's all seating. They have more like seating and like table options than they do like actual products in there. They're eventually gonna cut the fat. They're going to have just consoles in there, tons of demos, tons of social areas to play. They'll have a fucking juice bar in there. It's going to be... I'm telling you that they're going to...
They don't have the money for that. They don't have money to do that.
Chris, it's $3 a share. I fucking threw $20 on it last week.
Oh my god! All right, stock market guy.
Reggie,
wait, $3? I might fucking buy in.
$3 a share, and Reggie,
they're coming back. You know what? They're coming back. I'm dropping 2 stacks on it. I'm gonna be rich,
dude. Dom gets Robinhood once, and he's investing in GameStop. You're gonna go broke.
Listen, you just heard it from Zoltan Bob first. There you go. Invest. Buy.
Buy.
Reggie.
See, we're sitting there with our tinfoil caps on. Chris is in the fucking corner, dude, rubbing his hands together. Fuck you guys. GameStop isn't coming back.
Yeah, I'm in the real world.
Reggie's gonna lead us to the land of milk and honey.
Tiny biceps, Reggie, come in and hot.
Noodle arms, Reggie's coming in.
Reggie got hired by that company. He got brought in because he has ownership within GameStop now. He knows it's tanking. And since he has ownership, when he sells, he makes a pretty penny and sails off into the sunset. It's a quick buck for Reggie. You know who else is doing fucking cafes? Taco Bell. They're going to take over. And you want a brick and mortar place.
Yeah, but who's on their board? Name one person on their board.
Bell. And like
Jeremy Bell.
Yeah, Jeremy Bell, Jay Bell, good guy. But keep the mom and pop places in business. I hope they do. I mean, it's something that I love. Like AC's growing up, they used to be like a getaway to go there. That was great. But other than that, obviously it's all digital.
Yeah, until the fucking FBI comes knocking on your door because you got fucking copies
I was gonna say,
off the
yeah,
back of a truck.
they broke Street Date on like every game known to man growing up, and I was like, dude, how the fuck did you get that game? Like, oh, I went to AC's and I bought it like 6 weeks early. I'm like, what?
Dude, I did that with Modern Warfare 2. I got it like a week early. And then I think they've reset everyone's stats when the game came out, so I was pissed because I wanted to be like on the top of the leaderboards. But GameStop's not coming back. I hate to burst your bubbles. I know, like,
Do you
you
want to go
guys,
hardline on that?
Yeah, Dom has stake in the company now.
I'm a
like,
shareholder.
Yeah,
I'm
big
a
shareholder.
I'm a minority owner.
Would you put $30 in your 10 shares now?
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm about to buy in to be a majority owner.
Dude, first of all, pay your parking ticket behind you before you're buying any stock in anything.
Oh,
Actually, I
wow, getting called a hard body. I put the gunshots on that.
Blow them out there. But
Wait,
I mean,
Chris, you have a fucking parking ticket on the front your window every single night.
That's true.
Every
You
time,
had one.
every
you
time
had
you
one-
drive by my house, you have a parking ticket on your car.
this is how I know you're living in the past. You know what happens? You pull in a spot where you're not supposed to park. You put it under the windshield wiper so they think you already got a ticket. They don't give you another one. Come on now, think a little bit. That's why it's there.
Is that
I
why
don't
it's
park
there?
like an asshole.
Because you were driving
Yeah.
behind us the other day, and I go, Chris has a parking ticket under his windshield wiper. And Lauren is like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Why hasn't he paid that?
I mean, all right, so full disclosure, I haven't paid that one yet, but that's what I
Yeah,
do.
exactly. Pay your fucking parking ticket, bitch.
But if it's not these mom and pop places that are staying open, you know who sells hard copies of stuff? Some of the most successful retail stores in the world. Your Walmarts, your Targets, you got all them. They're not going anywhere.
I'm telling you,
them
they're
that-
going to follow the Apple business model. Reggie is all about playing games. We're going to have Wii Fit boards in every store. Everybody's bodies are going to be ready. And
All right, that I don't agree with.
I don't listen. I'm telling
That's
you.
where you lost me.
I'm telling you.
That's one of the prerequisites at the door. Okay, name. Okay, are you playing a rated M game? Okay, ID, please. All right, and is your body ready? Yes. Okay,
How ready
come on in, sir.
is your body? Listen,
Come
all
on
I'm
in,
saying
would you-
is that I bought into GameStop at like 305 Dale, and now it's at 385. So we're in the money. We're in the money.
Wow, you made 30 cents. Good shit, dude. On your 10
I made
shares.
80 cents. You fucking stooge. Learn to do some math.
Oh damn, my bad. I'm a Bitcoin owner.
Oh my god. Yeah, right.
I'm not. I'm not. That's the only way my bookie
pennies.
would pay me out for a while. So that's the only reason I have Bitcoin.
Good. He paid you in fucking Jewel cartridges. Stop playing.
All right, back on topic. I'm gonna go ahead and say I agree with GameStop. I think they are essential personnel in this time of need, and this is coming from essential personnel. I think they are considered essential personnel. I think they should have to be manned at a minimum capacity where they can only have 1 or 2 people in a store at any given time. However, I fully agree with the notion that they are providing an essential service to people in a time of quarantine. I agree. Fully agree. And one other note, I think the people in the GameStop are the safest people to be around because they don't leave their fucking house as it is.
Yeah, but they're out of the house to work.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about the customers that show up at the store.
Okay.
Those are the safest people to be in contact with if you need to be in contact with somebody because they don't fucking leave their house as it is.
See, I disagree. If you're going to GameStop, you leave your house all the time because why not just buy it digitally?
You could, but say if you want to get a physical copy of Doom Eternal.
You could, yeah.
Well-
So you could, but some people can't. Like, I mean, me and Q were talking about this earlier. I have a 200 gig SD card for my Switch. I can load everything on there, but he can't. He's got like the stock like 256 megabyte one.
Yeah, but don't you have to install games on your hard drive as it is now, regardless if it's a physical copy?
Yeah, but they have built-in physical space for that. But it's only like 20 gigs. But like, I mean, on a Nintendo game, it's only like a gig probably per game. But so, okay. Like, this is where my mind went right away when this news broke. Because like, first of all, it's like the low-hanging fruit. Like, GameStop is so easy to beat up on. They've made so many dipshit decisions. I used to work for GameStop. I worked for GameStop when I was starting in college. And they've made so many fucking dipshit decisions, so many anti-consumer decisions, so many anti-employee decisions that it is incredibly easy to say, fuck GameStop, this is sickening, whatever, right? That being said, this is another thing. Bob has a point. This is This is a service that people are going to rely on, and so in their quote they say like, we think that this enhances the work from home experience, and it does, because so again, leveling with people who work retail here, whose lives are shitty as it is. When I worked at GameStop, I was probably making $7.25 an hour, and I was probably the only person working on that shift. I was probably the only person working on that shift until like 4 o'clock when my relief would come in.
3 of that 725 was going straight to GameStop stocks.
Straight to GameStop, baby. But no, so I would probably work, let's say 8 to 5, and my like backup probably wouldn't come in until 2 or something like that, and I would be able to take my lunch at 2, take a half an hour lunch, get back on the registers, count out like mid-shift money, and then go home. But like, so it's dead easy to like beat up, but this is a service that people need. Especially Amazon is freezing packages. You need to get video games. I guarantee that half the people that shared that tweet, like the initial like tweets and stuff, have probably looked up to see whether or not their local GameStop was open. Hand up, I did. I looked up to see if they had a copy of Pokemon Ultra Sun because I finished the Pokedex and Pokemon Shield, and I want to keep adding stuff to home. So I was like, I'm going to go get rid of my copy of Pokemon Y, which I already juiced all the Pokemon out of, go get a copy of Ultra Sun, and then I'll hunker down for the rest of the week. It'll be the last time I leave my house. That was like last Friday. So is this the right move to make? No. Is this a good look? No. There's no universe in which this looks good. But they, like, selling like video games in a time of need is essential. Thank God the digital marketplaces are where they're at. Obviously it's like fuck corporations, like first and foremost on everybody's minds, but it's like they are providing a service that people will rely on. Do they need to stay open during a government lockdown? No, you should not.
Yes, they should.
No, they should not.
Yes,
they should go
to
home.
bed, you.
They should go home.
I'm telling you from someone who has to be involved in all of this. I completely agree. I think they're a necessity of a service.
Today's episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast is brought to you by GameStop, an essential service.
I'm just watching the Robin Hood ticker go.
Why it just hit?
Listen, this is the thing: is like video game. This is all over social media today. Play video games, stay inside. Play video games, stay inside. And would love to. I would love to. There's probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people who are going to try to go to GameStop on Friday, tomorrow, or today if you're listening to this on the pre-recorded show, and pick up their copies of Doom Eternal or Animal Crossing New Horizons. There's probably hundreds of people, as we speak, right now recording the podcast at 9:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that are calling their local GameStop saying, are you guys doing a midnight release for Doom Eternal? Right?
No. They made a statement.
They do 7.
They made a statement. They staggered it. They staggered the release of Doom Eternal. Came out today. Animal Crossing's coming out tomorrow.
Wow.
They made that announcement yesterday.
There you go.
Or 2 days ago.
And people like me who didn't even know that are probably calling now, and they're like, hey, can I come get my copy of the game? Because I did that for Jedi Fallen Order, and they were like, oh, you can have it at 7 p.m. now, which doesn't make a lick of sense to me. But if ACs could do it for fucking 20 years, then why can't GameStop? So anyway,
fell off the back of the truck. It's fine.
Fell off the back of the truck.
So anyway,
wait, you're not paying $6. I'm paying $49.95 for this instead of the retail $60.
Granted, do the GameStop employees feel any of this appreciation? Do they feel essential? No, they want to go home. They want to play video games. They want to spend time with their family, like close family. Not spread germs. They don't want to get sick, and they especially don't want to catch coronavirus for $8.85 an hour. So of course it's difficult, and this is not good optics. There's no way to make this sound or look good if you're GameStop corporate, but there is a reason why they're still open. Unfortunately, I'm sure the executives are licking their chops right now because they're like, people are going to buy video games. But I mean, there's a reason for it. I can see both sides.
I kind of hard disagree on that. I think it is good optics for their consumers. For everybody else, for anybody who's not a gamer who is reliant on retail stores to pick up their video games, they think it's the dumbest thing imaginable because you're opening another fucking area for people to get infected. Granted, there are people in fucking Clearwater Beach right now partying on spring break like a bunch of fucking idiots. for the consumer, for their demographic, people who need to go to that store, this is a good look for them. And that's where I stand. I think they're making I genuinely think they're making the right play. And I think this was Reggie's idea. I think Tiny Biceps Reggie's is pulling all the strings back there. He's like, you know what? We need good optics right now for our consumer base. A lot of people have been laughing at us for the past decade. We're going to circle it all back around. The country is essentially on fire right now. Let us support our gamers, and we're going to stay open.
See, I think it's less about good optics and more about they need we need to stay open because we're the only people that can sell Doom Eternal right now.
You're the only show in town.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you this. Let me ask you this. If Reggie was the one who personally delivers this statement, you say that there's a Twitter video or something like that, he personally delivers this instead of this memo leaking to IGN and Kotaku, does this look different?
What do you mean?
Like if he's the one that says, "Hey gamers,
is that how the
it's
information
me."
came out?
Yeah, it leaked to Kotaku and IGN. So he goes, "Hey gamers, it's me, Reggie. We're gonna Oh, hold on a second. Hello, it's me, Reggie. And today I'm here to announce that GameStop locations are going to be staying open to serve you, the gaming public, and yada yada yada." He's gonna say, we know video games are important. We want you to all stay safe, but we are 100% committed to, the safety and well-being of our employees. Everybody's going to be wearing gloves. We're going to pay them the time and a half, whatever it is. Because I'm sure there's got to be more to it.
There has to be that, and there also has to be minimal safety requirements.
Right.
Like there has to be some form of staffing requirements set where there can only be like X amount of people in the store at any given time.
Yeah. Another
like that simple.
Another friend of the program, friend in real life, who works at a tabletop game store, like a bunch of his people got laid off, and he's got about 2 or 3 people, counting him, who actually work at his location right now because people are going out and buying puzzles, buying board games, stuff like that. And his company's like, listen, if we don't stay open through this, we're going to tank. Like, we're actually going to close up shop for good, and everybody's going to lose their jobs for good. So we need to have like minimal staffing requirements, but you guys need to still hang in there. And he's like, I get it. Like, as if not, we're going to close our shutters forever and I'm going to be out of a job. And people need this stuff.
Yeah, so GameStop actually put out a tweet regarding the whole thing. Obviously, the internet went into a frenzy after the big-time players got their hands on the story. I won't read all the bullet points, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 bullet points. The first 2 are they're instituting multiple social distancing practices in our stores, such as only allowing 10 customers in our stores at any given time. And the second one is following CDC recommended guidelines to adopt in-store line management practices that create a 6-foot perimeter between customers and checkout lines. So, I mean, they're doing things to kind of go by the guidelines. It's just the way that it was worded.
Yeah.
Is this like the media
This is the
things?
biggest fucking problem, man. This is just like, this type of shit is, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but like, if this stuff was included in the original memo and omitted just to like make it look as bad as possible, like, that's such a fucking piece of shit move.
Yeah.
That's such a fucking piece of shit move.
The original story came from employees that contacted, I believe Kotaku was the first ones with their hands on it, but the employees contacted them with the same thing, like the note that they were, and kind of the whole thing saying that they consider themselves essential personnel, whatever. And they were probably pissed off because obviously you see everyone around you, they're working at home, they don't have to go to work, all that stuff. So it probably took one pissed off employee to kind of misconstrue everything. Because not for that, if I was an employee and I walked in there pissed and stopped, and flyer I was thinking, it was like, any issues or questions, here's pissed off too. And that's where the whole misconstruing of the information happened. You said if it was handled differently, like if Reggie got on a Facebook video and just kind of announced that like they were going to stay open, then it would be a lot different.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I think it's a tough situation all around. I think, honestly, we have seen a lot of really, like, spicy takes and perspectives. And it's easy to be like, oh, fuck GameStop. And like I said, it's a low-hanging fruit. I really genuinely would like to see that original memo and see if all that stuff was included, because if not, that's just a fucking real scumbag move to post it like piecemeal like that, especially if you're even a GameStop employee who's finding out, like, let's say you get the day off and you're like, oh my God, am I even going to go into work tomorrow? And the first thing you see is headline news from Kotaku saying, you're essential personnel, bitch, deal with it. All right, let's break it up. We are going to go to, I had an interview with Daniel Sussman, who's the product manager for Fuser from Harmonix. And Fuser is their brand new music game. It is absolutely fucking electric. I got a chance to get some hands-on time at PAX East 2020. So here's our interview with Dan Sussman from Harmonix right here. And that was Daniel Sussman, product manager over at Harmonix for Fuser. I got some hands-on time with it. The game was absolutely amazing. I absolutely cannot wait to play that. As somebody who owns a disgusting amount of Rock Band DLC, I am truly ready for... I'm ready to be hurt again. You know what I mean? Like, my wallet is ready to be hurt again. Okay, so I want to give us some time for the... oh, hey, Reppin. Did you put that on? Did you know, like, that I was doing that?
It's the only snapback I currently own.
Wow, snapbacks and tattoos. So I want to leave some room for the WGG Internet Dad Sauce line. So real quick, let's just pivot to kind of last thing that I really wanted to touch on, which was that we have 24 hours until, not even 24 hours. We've got about
3
hours.
2.5.
2.5. When I tell you that I just looked at my clock and it says 9, and I was like 9:30, and I was like, okay, 9:30.
Don't worry. Just like Chris needs me to do the math in his SAT words for him, I'll do the math for you too.
We have 2.5 hours until Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Again, I think Doom Eternal dropped early. I do think it dropped today.
The physical version did drop because I saw somebody on Xbox playing it right now. So GameStop might have released it already. So I know we're hype. I know we're just like we're chomping at the bit here. What is curious is that we have yet to hear anything about DLC or premium currency. So Bob, are you ready to give up yet?
I'm not going to give up. I don't give a fuck. Look, hold on. Okay. All right. I am not afraid to eat the wing. I don't care. I've been fucking pushing for us to do a Hot Ones episode since the horizon of this fucking of our podcast. Okay, there we go. I've been wanting us to do this for the longest fucking time. I don't care about eating the wing. I'll shit blood for a week. It's gonna happen. I might even get hospitalized. But there's a big old but in there.
Is there?
I still have a gut feeling that there's gonna be some form of microtransactions at some point. Okay. It might not be at launch. It might not be within the 1 to 3 month time frame that we had set, that if it comes out, you also have to eat the wing too. Yep. So I'm going to say this. Hold on. I'm going to say this now. Yep. If Pocket Camp has microtransactions that are transferable to New Horizons, that should still count as microtransactions because they're incentivizing you to go spend money in another app to send to the game.
Okay, so I'm glad that you brought that up because they actually did finally release details on that, and it's literally just like Mystery Gift in Pokemon. You link your Nintendo account and you get free stuff in New Horizons. That's it.
For now.
So as of the original text, which I still have in my iCloud notes from the original bet, which was as of the episode that we do on 3/26, which is episode 173, which is next week, is the deadline for the date. And then as of, let's see, if a premium currency or item for a real dollar value is added, Dom eats one. So until we hear any definitive concrete info on microtransactions, that wing is going in that belly.
That's fine. But I want you to agree with me that if they put microtransactions in Pocket Camp that's transferable to New Horizons, that still counts.
If you can buy an item in Pocket Camp and move it to New Horizons?
Yes.
Yeah, if you can buy an item in Pocket Camp and you can transfer it to New Horizons, I will happily eat a wing.
All right. Okay.
I will happily eat a wing.
Okay. I still think Chris has to eat one regardless.
I don't think I have any product.
I think Chris needs to test the wing first to see if it's actually.
So how about this? Regardless of who has to eat it, I'll pick up the wings. I'll deliver them to you guys.
Oh my
And,
god! Then you need to scratch your
also
eyeballs.
eat one too.
I'll
Oh
get
my
my
god, that might be
I'll
even
get
worse.
I'll get my own like lemon pepper wings, and I'll eat it with you.
I'll make some. I can make a fire lemon pepper wing. I got all the good. I got this like Trader Joe's lemon pepper thing, and it's all these really big like almost like crystals of like crystallized lemon juice, and you we'll do a little shaker on that. It's great. It comes out awesome.
I can wait joy in Bob's face while he's dying.
Oh, we can have like regular wings beforehand.
Ken goes, I would very much enjoy seeing Bob in pain. What the fuck is wrong with you?
So,
piece of shit.
So even though Bob will have lost this bet as of next week, I will eat a wing if a premium currency or item for dollar is added, and I will even give you if you can purchase an item in Pocket Camp and directly transfer it to New Horizons. But yeah, as of I actually have been trying to keep track of this ever since they announced the like linking details. But yeah, the only thing is if you play Pocket Camp, you can obtain special in-game items that can be used in Animal Crossing New Horizons starting at 11 p.m. today. So if you link your Nintendo account, you get like a bunch of vacation-themed items that you can transfer to New Horizons. It's like mystery gift in Pokemon.
So they already there's already microtransactions in Pocket Camp. So it's essentially if they just turn that switch on.
If they say
yes, you can move these items that you can purchase over. That's all they need to do is turn that switch to you spent $5 on these mystery fortune cookies. Yes, you can now move those items over.
Fortune cookies?
Yeah, that's it. Dude.
Oh yeah, because that was like those were in New Leaf.
My girlfriend is so deep in the fucking Pocket Camp hole. I'm pretty sure that's why she ends up being broke. Because of that fucking game.
That makes sense.
She buys the fucking mystery fortune cookies. Whenever a seasonal event goes on, she's like, Rob, I just need this one fucking bow tie. That's it. I need this one little bow on the top of my character's head. I have to keep buying. It's like when I buy CXGO cases, she's buying mystery fucking fortune cookies.
JB just said it before I could even get out of my mouth. He goes, that's why Bob hates Animal Crossing, because his girl loves it.
Dude,
that's it. We got to the bottom of it. This is like when you get the backstory on like the serial killer, like villain from a movie.
The only reason why I even tried that game was because she asked me to. And because you two wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
It's a great game.
And I just don't like it. I personally don't find any joy in the game.
We'll get you there.
Our friend, every single one of our friends at the Iron Lords, none of them like it.
It's not their thing.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
Yeah, they're very like live and let live about it. They're very live and let live about it. You're like, Animal Crossing is not a game. I'm gonna rip every fucking turn.
You guys are perfectly fine with everybody else not enjoying it, but when I don't enjoy it, fuck you, Bob.
Fuck you.
No, we never said fuck you. Chris said fuck you, Bob.
He definitely has several times on the scene, which is why I still think he needs to eat one of the wings.
Chris might have to be the one who. Well, I mean,
why am I getting dragged into this?
You're not going to be an innocent. You wouldn't. No. You're no innocent bystander here. You are fucking involved, and you have to deal with the consequences.
Well, I'm going to make you that wing next week, and
I'll eat it.
I mean,
I told you, I'll fucking eat the wing.
Let's do it. I can't wait. It'll be our second live episode ever.
We're gonna have to wait. No, it's gonna be our third. Actually,
you do it from the kitchen. I'll be in the living room. Chris can be in the office. We'll be 6 feet away.
Yeah, but Chris has to eat it first.
What the fuck?
I mean, just say yes already. Stop being a little bitch. Say yes.
I'm hungry. I'm like really hungry.
All right, fine. I'll eat a wing with whoever the loser is.
Yes, let's go. Hey, how about this? Either way, even if I'm right, I'm gonna eat a wing anyway.
So we're all eating wings.
Yeah, Chris. Just because you said that, I'm fully on board. I'm gonna try a wing too. I don't care. Even if I'm right, I'm still gonna try it. So I might just lick it. I might just lick it a little bit and then fucking bleed for my asshole. But still,
the bet's ruined. Everyone wants to eat the wings now.
I don't want to. I'm not eating the fucking wing. I already did it before. I'm not doing that shit. I own the hot sauce. I'm not doing it.
Dom, we're all
grow up, dude.
No, this is that takes the whole juice out of the bet.
All right, never mind. Hold on. Let me fucking pull the curtain back closed. I don't want to eat the wing. Fuck you.
I don't want to eat the wing. Fuck you. I'm not eating that wing.
That takes all the wind. Why would you even make the bet?
Because
okay. So let me ask you this.
Because Chris has me fucking pumped up right now. He just said yes. I want to eat a wing.
Let me say this. Do you think, honest to God, do you think that if, let's say, Animal Crossing New Horizons adds a way that says, hey, for all of our fans, so bear with me, for all of our fans that have spent money in Pocket Camp already, you can now transfer all your stuff over to New Horizons for nothing, for no money, right? Do you think that is as bad? Do you think that's still bad?
No.
As opposed to like them making new items and saying you can transfer those over, because I feel like that's not bad. I feel like them saying, I think the thing should be if they make new items and say you can pay new stuff and transfer this over. That is villainous.
Well, they do. They do seasonal stuff. They release seasonal shit. Trust me, I fucking know this shit because my girlfriend buys this stuff all the time. They do seasonal stuff and they do event stuff. And they like there's new shit that's getting put into like the mystery shop. It's literally like a fucking Counter-Strike case.
Ooh,
it's you pay for it and you open it and whatever in there is
aroused.
But no, I agree. I think if you already spent money in the game, but they would have said that ahead of time. Now we got to go fucking fourth dimension here. Because if they said that ahead of time, if they made that statement ahead of time, it would incentivize people to buy stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they would have it prepared for when the game finally launched, which is still why right now I fully believe that they're going to let you transfer anything you can buy in Pocket. Like I told you guys this months ago. I think that's going to be the case. Even if it's not directly in the game, there's going to be some way to monetize it.
Like I agree, but I think it would be more, I guess, predatory to be like, okay, now that New Horizons is out, we just dropped all these new items in Pocket Camp that you can now buy and send over. That's like a workaround to be able to make more money.
So I still don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be free items, which is what it is right now. Which is like, hey, if you link your Nintendo account and you've already been playing Pocket Camp, here's some bonus items because that's what you're getting. And they have like a little screenshot on the Nintendo website of like, you know, a t-shirt and a flag and a hammock and shit like that, all like island theme shit. So, but we'll see. But as of right now, as of next week, or whenever we can feasibly do this, Bob is losing this bet and eating that wing. But if at some point, I don't know if we specified a time frame.
It was either like 1 or 3 months. I don't fucking remember.
Let's call it 3. I'll give you. I'll give you 3.
How could you like? I don't understand how you can sit there and be like, we've agreed that Animal Crossing Pocket Camp has egregious microtransactions.
I mean, it's a mobile game. It's not. I mean, I wouldn't even say that's egregious. It's a mobile game. It's not egregious. It's a. That's par for the course. It's like
not everyone, but most. How can you actually truly believe in your heart of hearts that there's not going to be a way that they just turn that switch on?
Because they haven't done that for Mario Odyssey. They haven't done that for Mario Kart 8. They haven't done that for any of the other...
What game crosses into Mario Odyssey?
I mean, they didn't do that with Super... It wasn't like they did Super Mario Run and then said, if you want bonus levels in Mario Odyssey, link your Nintendo account and you can pay to have, like...
Yeah, but there's no link. There's no link between those two games.
Right.
There's a link... So, Super Mario Run, Super Mario Odyssey. There's nothing there. There's no link.
Right. So this is the first time. There's no reason
Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
Yep.
Animal Crossing New Horizons. They're already directly linked before the game even launches.
Right.
You're going to tell me if Animal Crossing Pocket Camp with egregious microtransactions, once linked, they're not going to transfer all of that over. They're not just going to flick that switch in the middle where you can buy stuff here.
No, because they don't have any precedent of doing that. They don't have a precedent one way or the other. Mario Kart Tour is like crazy monetized, and there's no like direct link to MarioArt 8. So
hold on, they resold Mario Kart 8 3 times.
Yeah, I know, but they've done that for. They did that with fucking Twilight Princess too. They sold that fucking.
Yeah, but that game was worth it.
They did that with Ocarina of Time.
So fucking good.
They did that with Ocarina of Time, and they did that with Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is available on 4 consoles or 3.
2.
3DS, GameCube, and N64. 3.
It's not on GameCube.
Yes, it is.
Majora's Mask is not on GameCube.
Oh, on Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time is
Ocarina of Time's on GameCube.
with a Master Quest.
Yeah.
Come on, don't come at me with that.
That's the
fucking
best pre-order
Legend-
bonus of all
don't
time,
come-
by the way. Speaking of GameStop.
Don't come at me with the Legend of Zelda fucking facts, okay? Because I'll hit it right back.
Yo, Dom, play
Anyway.
some voicemails.
Bob's losing this
Wanna play
bet.
some
And I'm
voicemails?
gonna play some voicemails just to commemorate it. If you
Chris is eating a wing regardless.
I'm gonna make a special commemorative shirt that says like "The Last Dab XXX," but it's like in the Animal Crossing font for Bob to wear when he does it.
Oh,
You're gonna have to get me an XXXL.
Okay,
Pool
so
cover
let's do some voicemails. Hold on, let's we got a sound effect for it too. So yeah, for those of you who didn't tune in last week, didn't pay attention, go listen to last week's episode. You dummy, you're in quarantine. We have a voicemail box now. That's right, the WGG Internet Dad Hotline. Emphasis on hot. We want you to call and leave us a voicemail, and we'll listen to it live on the show and respond as long as it doesn't get us TOS'd. It can be a question, a topic suggestion, relationship advice, a compliment, a roast, whatever you want. So give us a call at 617-701-7678. That's 617-701-7678, SOST, or SOST, the Internet Dad Sauce line. Leave us a voicemail and respond live on the show. So let's get to it.
Need advice?
oh boy.
Pick up that phone and talk.
I'm excited for these.
Okay. So, all right, let's get right into it. All right, let's go. First caller. Here we go.
Hey guys, this is a guy from the East Coast, blue collar worker here. Listening to your podcast since episode 60. Love what you guys do. Keep doing it. Got a question for Bob. Would he be interested in some lavender essential oil that prevents the coronavirus? And on Friday, you guys are going to do a review of Animal Crossing New Horizons. Keep it up, guys. Love you guys.
No, I don't want the essential oils. If you're selling essential oils to prevent coronavirus, you should be in prison. Okay? No, you cannot. You should be fucking put away for the rest of your life. But thank you for the call.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to episode 60. That's great. I forgot. I actually had screened these earlier today, and I completely forgot about the essential oils part. That's fucking great. I mean, if you put some peppermint oil in your armpits, I think that's it, right? You just
It doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Stop,
All right.
stop. We're
All
not
right.
promoting misinformation. Stop.
next caller.
Hey guys, as you know, it's quarantine hours. I've been watching a lot of Love is Blind, and my E-Crush just told me he doesn't have Twitch Prime. Is this doomed from the start? Let me know.
Okay.
It is. Cut it off.
It is. It's real quarantine hours right now. And listen, as somebody who's watched like 5 episodes of Love is Blind 2, I can tell you that it's the most psychotic show in the history of television. But yeah, I would say if your E-Crush doesn't have
E-Crush,
Twitch Prime, you got to cut it off. I mean, that's a red flag that I mean, if I've ever heard one. I mean, what do you guys think?
That immediately says they don't have Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And if you're dating someone who doesn't have Amazon Prime, are you really?
What are you dating? A
Are you
fucking
sure it's
barbarian?
worth it?
It's
Yeah,
Bob Bear.
exactly.
They probably shop at GameStop too. Cut it off.
Oh,
All right.
God.
Okay. Next call. Next call.
Next caller. Okay.
Someone mute Chris. Next call.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So recently I started dating this new girl from work, and things have been going really well. We've been getting to know each other. It's been progressing, and I really don't want to screw this up. I feel good about it. So I'm just calling to ask, when in the relationship is it a good time to show her my Beyblade collection? I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Love you guys.
I mean, only if it's. Only if it's a good collection. You don't want to be a fool. You can't be Boo Boo the fool if you're not trying to ruin things. If you have a good collection, you got to show it ASAP. Honestly, that guy gets the juices for him for some chicks. That's what I've heard at least.
If you don't have a good Beyblade, if you pull out your Beyblade collection and she's like, "What the fuck is this chump shit?" and she pulls out hers and it's way better, you can. I don't know. I think you're gonna do it first date.
My face hurts
First
actually. Like my fucking cheeks hurt. So yeah, I
But
mean,
could you guys date a chick with a better Beyblade collection? I
no,
don't
you
think
have to establish dominance early, and there's only one way to do that. I mean, so
you let it rip.
Yeah, you 3, 2, 1, let it rip. That's exactly what I said before I got down.
Emphasis on the emphasis on the 3.
Yeah, emphasis on the 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
3, 3, 3, let it rip, dude. That's what you do.
Oh, so like I'm under the impression Beyblades equals sex. It's like simple. If you get a nice Beyblade, you're getting laid. I mean, Dr. Seuss said that. I think.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, that's in the Geneva Convention, I think. Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. So, caller, I would say to you, let it rip. Immediately. I think, honest to God, like first date, like, and don't be nervous either. Like first date, you throw down that little like Beyblade arena thing. You just kind of, it's like the car door test from A Bronx Tale. You know what I mean? Like when you have to see if like the girl like walks around and like unlocks the car door for you.
No. What you do is you take out like the strap thing that you put inside the Beyblade to let it rip.
Yeah.
You just pull it out of your pocket slightly and see how she reacts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't let it rip too early. I've been told that by girls plenty of times. They don't want to see me again because I let it rip too early. You just can't do that.
You can't let it rip.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say it's either you do it right up front, first date. On like if you take her out to dinner, you pull it out, you fucking let it rip on the table.
Ooh.
Just like
you
that.
can't prematurely let it rip. I mean, no one likes that.
I've been prematurely letting it rip for years. I mean, it's got me this far.
You wait until you finally get laid, and then you let it rip and just see how she reacts.
Ooh.
Because if she reacts poorly, you still got laid. You know?
Yeah, but what if you like have the little plastic ripper in it and you have it in your pocket, and like say you're wearing a nice pair of jeans out for dinner, right? And say you just accidentally let it rip in your jeans, the date's over.
It's like, yeah, is that a Beyblade in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? You know? Listen, there's only one. Yeah, I mean, you got to establish dominance, and especially, I mean, if you got into the point, caller, when you're on a couple of different, you get into a few dates. You know, maybe you guys have hooked up a couple times. Maybe she's like, you know, I mean, do you like bring toys into the bedroom? You know, you twirl your hair a little bit. You know, you turn the lights down, and it's like, so the lore behind Beyblade is actually surprisingly deep. You know, you fucking
hold on. Let me get the arena.
Yeah, let me get the. So yeah, that's that. All right. Next caller, please.
What the frick is up, Founding Fathers? Party Daddy JB Genesis here. My question for you three is, what are you going to name your New Horizon Island? For me, I've been thinking about keeping it simple and going with Genesis Island, but I think I might put a little flair on it and go with Isola di Genesi. What you got?
Ooh, okay.
So we got a French island. I'm thinking of Pen Island personally. I said at the beginning too. I think it's a very good one. I'm a big fan of like the Bic pens and sometimes fountain pens.
Yeah.
I've always been fascinated with pens growing up. So I think I'm gonna do Pen Island. Yeah, PENISLAND.
Yeah. I think usually I name all of my Animal Crossing towns or principalities after Italian food. So in Animal Crossing New Leaf, my town name was Piccata. So I'm trying to think of it right now. I'm just thinking about Marsala, little Marsala Island. You know what I mean? Like a little mushroom. You know, you get a little demi glaze in there. Bob, what are you thinking?
I'm not buying the game. I'm not going to have an island.
But if you did have it, what would you name the island? You have to. I mean, it's a caller, Bob.
What?
What's the name of the islands from Jurassic Park? Isla de los Muertes or something like that?
Isla Nublar or Isla
Nublar. Yeah. Or like self-isolation or like quarantine or, hey, stay the fuck off my island. I don't want you on my island.
Yeah, it's called Stay the Fuck Off My Island.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, something like that.
How do you spell a grunt? Like, I guess UGH. It's going to be Bob. Can I come to your island? Yeah, where do you live?
All right, we got a couple here. This is all from the same caller. It doesn't seem like he can make up his mind. But we got some quarantine chronicles from this caller here. So I'm just gonna let these. I'm gonna let these rip. 3, 2, 1, let it rip.
Hey, so it's day 2 of quarantine, and I'm making a berry smoothie with strawberries and fucking blueberries and stuff, and just something probiotic supposed to help with the coronavirus. I don't know. I'll see you guys later.
All right, so he's making a smoothie. Hold on a second. Let's.
Yes, that's the answer for that. Yeah.
Yeah, the answer is yes. Next, hold on.
It's day 8 of quarantine.
quarantine. Just finishing last on Broccoli Rabe.
Ooh.
And
Little broccoli rod.
gonna go grocery shopping today. Gonna wear my hazmat suit and maintain social distancing, a 6 feet teenage person. And if they enter my bubble, well, they better wash their hands. And
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Wash your hands.
100%. And let's see on this last one.
day 8 under quarantine, part 2. Animal Crossing comes out tonight in about 12 hours. And social distancing will be a lot easier then. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, it sounds like this caller has been having a rough go of it. He's making himself some smoothies, but he's going to be getting some Animal Crossing in his life, so he seems to be pretty good. So just we're praying for you.
I was like, backtrack a little bit. That first call, the call on the throne. I mean, he just finished taking a shit.
Yeah,
you heard the fucking whirlwind of the toilet after. I respect the hell out of that. I mean,
absolutely.
On the throne, putting in calls, business calls. Love that.
Absolutely, business trip, wheels up. Okay, so that was it for our voicemails. If you'd like to get your voicemails featured on a future episode of the show, give us a call. It's 617-701-7678. That is 617-701-7678 or SOST or SOST, the Internet Dad Sauce line. Leave us a voicemail and respond live on a future episode of the show. Something that I found out the hard way is that my cell phone rings when these voicemails come in. So my cell phone rang at 1:30 in the morning with one of these voicemails. So thank God my phone's been on Do Not Disturb since like 2011. So last thing, we were gonna wrap up the episode before we do our land the train, before we do our special quarantine land the train, because we can't really like take off anywhere. We can't really travel anywhere, travel bans and all that. We are gonna do a little surprise shirt drop to commemorate the debut of the Wicked Good Gaming Internet Dad Sauce line. There are 2 shirts actually that I'm going to be releasing. One is going to be here to stay. The other one is going to be temporary, and it all depends on you. Whichever one is the most popular is going to stick around. So that is going to be 2 shirts. We have one which is just the Internet Dad Sauce line number on the shirt. It says Not Another Gaming Podcast, WGG Sauce line, right on the shirt. It's a great spring color. It's coming in light pink and light blue. So that is going live right now as we speak. And then there's also one that has been, not only has been like 3 years in the making, but has been 100 billion beers in the making. And that is a shirt that I like to call...
Is it happening?
It's happening.
It's happening?
Yes.
Yeah, about time.
Yes. Say it with me, folks. Dino DNA. The WGG Dino DNA shirt is going live. This was actually a shirt that I uploaded. This is the 3rd design that I ever uploaded to the store, but I have never put it up live. It's a podcast, 65 million beers in the making, and it is officially live as of right now, just when I said that. So if you go to the WGG shop, you're going to see 2 brand new shirts on there. It is officially live, both of those shirts. So if you're interested in some new threads, you can check us out. It's wickedgoodgaming.com/shop. Dino DNA and 617-701-7678, the Sauce Line shirt. They're all up there. So make sure you go check that out. Both of those shirts are up there, and they're both really great. So make sure you go do that little surprise shirt drop for you. People have been hotly anticipating this, so I'm glad that it's the chat is going fucking bananas right now.
I'm so happy that second one got released. That's been in there for a while.
Oh yeah,
been up there.
Throw the original design up too at some point. Throw that in there too. The original one. The original one. The original one is fucking great because Chris's neck looks like a fucking velociraptor.
It really does.
Oh, it was mad high, I think.
Yeah, dude, you took fucking one hit of a joint and you were pissing on the side of a fucking cab.
Dude, I thought I was in the
drive you home.
I was in the urinal. I was pissing on the wall. It wasn't a good look.
Oh my god.
Sweet Evil, thank you so much for the sub and the follow. I appreciate that. JB,
Dude,
thank you
JB
for gifting $1 billion too.
Yeah, JB donated he gifted a fucking handful.
Oh yeah.
You know, appreciate that. Thank you guys.
Oh yeah. So yeah, go check those out. Go check those out. New shirts on the store right now. We're happy to. Oh yeah, thank you for all these subs. Now all the notifications and shit are coming in. Podcast 65 million beers in the making. Dino DNA is now on the shop, so go check that shit out. That's pretty much all I got. So why don't we land the train?
Well, we can't land the train. We have to slowly pull the van back into the parking lot.
Yeah.
Because we can't travel domestic or international.
No, you're
So
right.
it's called evacuate the premises right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. No, you're right. You're right. All right, so let's evacuate the premises. Chris, what do you got?
I got nothing. Just the shout outs that I gave for all the subs and the new followers and whatnot. I apologize if my mic was cutting out during this thing. I had a bunch of things running, didn't realize, but love you guys. Thanks for the support.
Do we have any 5-star reviews?
We do not. If you want to leave a 5-star review, I'll read it out next week. 5-star reviews really help us out. So if you guys are listening to this and haven't left a review on iTunes yet, please do that. It really helps us within the rankings on iTunes and whatnot.
All right. Bob, what do you got?
What do I have? Hold on. All right. So we got a new sub, the Macho channel. Tyler commented on one of my Overwatch videos. Cool video. Keep it up, bro.
Got it.
Thanks, Tyler.
Surf's up, bro.
Thanks, Tyler. Fucking radical. And Cat Lover Player commented on the Tripwire Interactive video. The great white shark dwarfs our bull shark. I have a feeling that that's from a National Geographic. That's a National Geographic quote, but it's way over my head. But thanks anyway.
Yeah, thank you.
And shout out to all of the wonderful people who are out there. Our nurses, our doctors, everybody who has to work in, any capacity right now outside of a quarantine. Mm-hmm. I unfortunately have to do it. I wish I didn't have to. But the nurses, the doctors, everybody in the EDs, the emergency departments, they're the people who are at the highest risk because they're exposed to all of it at this point. So thank you to all of them. I know Boston Fire Department just sent a giant cake into the hospital's ED this week. Mm-hmm. Just thanking everybody working. So shout out to them putting up the real fucking fight this week and for the foreseeable future.
I just want to give one quick heads up. I just got a text from, well, not a text, but the mass police just texted, so state police rather, saying that people are going to houses in white vans and hazmat suits, saying that they were sent to check on the houses, and then they're kidnapping people. So don't open up the door for anyone in hazmat suits.
I will open up the door with my fucking machete. I was just waiting for them. Hold on, wait.
In game.
Pull up on my door.
You can't show that. Don't show it. It's a fake. It's a prop store anyway. It doesn't matter.
You want to fucking kidnap me? Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, if anybody's trying to pull up on the
try
door
to fucking kidnap me.
and a hazmat suit, just know that these hands are rated E for everyone. So for me, I was actually going to do the exact same thing. A big shout out to all the emergency workers, the ED people. Nurses, anybody, paramedics. I mean, people are fucking just the people who don't get to, sit around and share quarantine memes all day. Big shout out to you, all the real essential employees out there, especially the grocery store workers too. I actually tweeted this out earlier this week, but if you're mean to a service industry employee or a grocery store worker in a time like this, I hope you go to bed tonight and I hope you vigorously shit yourself in your sleep and wake up in a fucking puddle of your own shit because you are a fucking piece of garbage. So be kind to the people out there. There's people that are working at fucking Stop and Shop Market Basket right now who have probably been working themselves to the bone regardless. They've been sitting there ringing out people with a line all the way to the back of the store already, and they don't want to fucking deal with your bullshit. They don't want to hear your problems. They want to go home and spend time with their families and see their loved ones, and they want to make sure that they're not sick when they do it. So cough into your elbow, wash your hands, be a grown-up, and don't treat other humans like garbage, because this is already a fucking garbage time to be in existence right now. So if you're making it worse, I hope you I hope you, if you make this worse and you're mean to somebody in a checkout line, or you're telling them to go faster, or you're mad that the card scanner doesn't work, I hope you lay your head down on your pillow and drift off into a nice sound sleep and fucking shit all over yourself in your sleep, and wake up like that scene in The Godfather where there's blood all over the bed and there's the horse head in there, except it's shit everywhere.
Look, man, as somebody who's been through that in Montreal, I wouldn't wish that on most people, but fuck you if you're doing that to service people.
Wait, you shit the bed in Montreal?
Dude, like 15 times.
Oh my god.
Poor Airbnb owner.
I know. I
Probably
fucking
didn't get shot.
ran out of there. What are you
Just
kidding me?
excrement all over the white sheets.
No, I fucking washed it. Don't worry about it. I had food poisoning. I was dying.
That doesn't give you an excuse to shit in someone's bed.
What do you think? I'm talking to my intestines like, go ahead, fucking do it.
Go ahead,
No, get up. Just
Go ahead, go do some poop.
God, dude. It fucking happens. It happens to the best of us.
So great, excellent, great, grand, wonderful. All right, everybody, that is all we got for you this week. That is all we got for episode 172. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing New Horizons if you guys are getting it. Please, if you like the show, please do rate us 5 stars. It really helps. Don't be a piece of shit to another human being this week. Be nice. Stay in. Stay clean. Stay isolated. And enjoy some video games this weekend, because God knows we don't need this fucking bullshit spreading any further. Without further ado, we love you so much, and we'll see you next week.